Hello, that's Martin again, and today I'm going to show you first ever run of Shift AI MCP Server. As usual, I have these vanilla Sidecore XM Cloud on my local containers. We don't have any content other than just newly created site, which has blank default out of the box homepage, Habitat website, zone tenant. Let's go and look here. There is no templates as usual. These are coming out of the box by the scaffolding. Basically, when I create a website, my templates are here and there is nothing, so only just two empty folders. So if we go to layouts, renderings, there will be also nothing here, and assume nothing here, empty folder. So yeah, that's vanilla website, nothing in it. Right, so if you're familiar with Shift AI, you basically know how it goes. The idea is that we have blank XM Cloud, but we also have an old database, which in my case is Habitat running on Sidecore 9.2. I'm plugging it here as the secondary database, and I'm going to do the migration from this old database into master. The difference is that this time I'm going to do that using MCP Server, first time ever using this LLM. So this is Claude Desktop, and basically here I start. Let's type in, do you have access to Shift AI MCP Server? Can you use it? Okay, so it confirms that it has access to MCP Server. Shift AI is available for migrating XP8 to XM Cloud 8 and anything newer than 8. It also sends me information about the useful tools which I have. So first of all, I need to do initialization, and in order to do that, I need basically to provide two parameters: the database name, which will be this old database, the source database, and the URL of runtime website, which I have here. Let me check. Yeah, this is the old Habitat website running on Sidecore 9.2. It works in my virtual machine. I just mapped it here, but that's what I'm going to do for migration. All right, so yeah, regardless of the things, it tells me that first of all we need to do initialization, and for initialization it needs two parameters. Okay, let's initialize first. So I assume it will ask me for these two parameters. Okay, yeah, that tells me required parameters. These two parameters I mentioned. There are some optional parameters which we can use for the connectivity, like PowerShell user, PowerShell secret, and XM Cloud hostname, which is always local. Anyway, these are defaults which I have for my local host configured. I just need to provide database name and runtime URL, which are here. Okay, so now it accepts my parameters, and now it tells me what would you like to do. Like copy templates, content, basically all the capabilities it has. It grouped into certain categories, and it offers me what I can do so far. And I probably will start with copying templates. I'll do the same steps as I do with the regular tools of Shift AI, but this time I'm using it with LLM. Okay, so let's copy templates. For this particular demo, I am going to cut all these waiting times. So basically it executes the same time as the normal Shift AI execution, but I will not make you wait until the completion. I will cut these frames so that here and for all further steps you will see as I type it, it shows up immediately the results, but obviously it's not immediate, it takes some time. The whole demo would be around 15 minutes. So this is 15 minutes of work for all the conversion, and I don't want you to wait 15 minutes. Here we go, I'm receiving confirmation message. So this green tick means everything has been done successfully. It explains what it has done, that it copied template to the new XM Cloud, and prompts the following steps for me just to confirm. If I go here and I open up features, zoned, so now I see there are folders appeared here, exactly in the same sub-branch as it was used on a legacy website. The only thing it mapped into my zoned folder, but basically all that same, right? So going back to Claude, the next thing, it suggests me copy content, so I just use that. And here we get the result. Content migration has been completed successfully. And let's take a look at the results. Now we see on the home folder we get all these other items, and legacy home I'm dropping as a child of this home. That's how I do it. Later we can just move presentation from here into the main home, and it will look like it's supposed to look, but this home has lots of internal XM Cloud stuff, so we should not touch it. But generally the content has been copied, and let's go ahead, let's look what it suggests further ahead. Oh yeah, it actually gives you insights of what it has done, like account, demo, features, global content, media, dictionary, but that's not the full dictionary, it's just folder. We'll process dictionary later. And now it suggests to copy placeholder. Again, I am accepting this offer and go ahead. Placeholders was done way faster than everything else. At this stage, since we already have placeholders, we now can go and convert and create renderings. This was one of the most complicated procedures, but execution is very simple. I ask it to create renderings for the mentioned site, which has the root item as at this part a dual database. So it will go and process each rendering, but it will recreate them as JSON renderings on XM Cloud, and will do lots of nested conversions like data source templates, which are not compatible to XM Cloud. It will move them to XM Cloud, and it will inherit XM Cloud compatible template from this one so that it can set them to these new renderings, and lots of this type of magic. But anyway, let's run this tool. And we get the results. It correctly identified 83 renderings, and 33 of them have placeholders. I know this website, so I can confirm these figures are very valid. So it makes a quick breakdown of what it has done, how it's grouped, all this useful information. But again, I'm not going to believe it. I'm going to go and check into layouts, renderings, just to see they appeared. And yes, I see lots of folders here, as well as under the projects. Again, coming into specific folder, I can see that it now is JSON rendering. This is the valid template. The rest of the things like name and ID and everything else remain the same as it was before. So okay, renderings are there. So far so good, and let's go back to Claude. I actually need to do a couple other things, supported things for the renderings. One of them, I need to set the GraphQL fields, GraphQL values for fields. That's fairly quick. Once GraphQL processed, it again gives you some insightful information, but I need to do the resolvers as well. After resolvers been completed, I also need to set and process data sources for the items. And finally, after the successful data source processing, I need to do I need to go on for conversion of the dictionary items. And the reason to it is that with the XM Cloud, they have standardized dictionaries, while all the time before, when we used to have Helix, everyone made their own types of dictionaries, different IDs, different templates. So it converts dictionaries from old formats into standardized XM Cloud one. After dictionaries completed, we can go and quickly verify the existence so that they appeared on the dictionary where I want them to be. And yes, I see key value pairs is there, all in this valid XM Cloud format. Right, so we already have done a big part of things, but what I need to do now is I need to go and change the presentation. So if I take the presentation for the page, let's take a look. Here we see no presentation and no presentation as well. That doesn't mean there's no presentation, it's just no layout, and these are the renderings, but you see, in fact, this default and layout for the shared, and there will be another one for the final layout. These fields, they are coming with the item, but they must be converted from XP to XM Cloud format. The different way of addressing placeholders, the different hierarchy, like all the different. So once we do the conversion, we will see layout show up, and we will see the relationship in the presentation details. So let's do that for the homepage, just as a test. So I go back to Claude and I ask it to convert layout for a page, and that is my home page, which we just examined here. It converted layout, so now if I go back to this page, I will see everything here. So it's updated, we see layout, we see all these components. So far so good, it works, and I want to do that for the rest of the pages. So let's go back to Claude and ask it to convert layouts for all of the pages. Basically, we will do it for the whole website. This is URL of this old website, the Trans Inverted Machine. And we also provided the home item here as we wanted to do on XM Cloud. It may take a little longer, but let's see. So it tells me there were 52 pages, and it went and processed all the pages starting from the whole page. Some again breakdown about what it had done. It's interesting that one page was skipped, and this page requires you to log in, and that's why it does redirect. So it was unable to obtain layout, but again it identifies all these troubles, understand the reason, and explains it all here. So there's one more step left us from running the website, and that is components themselves. So now we need to convert components. Again, we give it the starting page, and it will go and iterate each page on a website and find the new components and go and convert these components. Once again, we do that only thankful to runtime, so we can get the components from runtime. This is why I'm having this running website. But all these parameters like URL of this site and the old database, we all set up at the beginning in the initialization step. So that's why I don't need to tell them that. It's all sits in the context, and all these parameters automatically passed from the context. The only new parameter here is this starting page, which I give it, and here we go for the components conversion. So we see it again, processed all the pages and identified components from them. It basically crawls one page after another and only picks up new components that have not been converted yet. So it gets the detailed breakdown about what it has done. So at this stage, we have everything required to run this website. Again, this is the old website, and I have it set up in my containers at this URL, habitat localhost, and let's get about, actually more info. I think that was the page. Let's try this page. So yeah, it's converted. Here we see the elements. Of course, it doesn't look that nice if I go to the actual original page. It will be much more accurate, but this image, this block, the book promo, these blocks, it's all presented here. Styles are broken, part of them, but looks nice. Okay, that was it. That was Shift AI MCP Server. It works, of course, it's very initial version and there's lots for me to improve. But thank you for watching. Hope you like the idea.